Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from the New York Times. This was published on the 26th of February. It's written by Dave Phillips. And yeah, look at the title here. In a changing military, the Army eases its rules for women's hair. So basically, instead of having conformity in the military, which is part of, the military, they now are going to phase it out. This makes a lot of freaking sense. But anyway. The Army, which is increasingly dependent on female soldiers, has issued new regulations that allow women to wear lipstick and no longer limit their hair to a tight, disciplined bun. Yes, because, conformity and all that. Because women get to do what they want, and men, they get the shit end of the deal. All right? But they try to go with the hint at the end that men might be able to grow beards, which they shouldn't be able to in the first place. If you join the military, there are certain standards you must meet. You must conform to those standards. You don't want to conform to those standards, then don't join the military. Okay? That's the bottom line here. But see, we got to be accommodating. Okay? And that was their lean-in with that. I mean, seriously. Let's see what Dave has to say here. As an Army National Guard officer was deployed all over the world, Captain Joanna McFadden always felt the Army's strict rules towards women's hair needlessly compromised not only who she was as a person, but how she performed as a soldier. Well, first off, okay, the military doesn't give a shit who you are as a person. You are a soldier, and that's all that matters. Okay, that's part of the conformity, okay, because they don't want individuals. They want people who are going to do their damn jobs and follow orders. And part of that is conforming to the military standards. But you didn't want to do that. In civilian life, Captain McFadden has what she calls tons of curls and big poofy hair that I love. But for 22 years, when it came time to put on her uniform, she had to use gel and a hot comb to comply with requirements that women have short hair or a tight, disciplined bun. Oh no! She had to meet the standards that every other woman had to meet. Oh no! You gotta love feminazism, okay? Men, fuck them. Women should be able to have hair however they want. They should be able to wear lipstick. They should be able to do all these things which go against the idea of the military and having a unit, okay, of individuals, an army of them, that conform to the same standards. I mean, this is retarded friggin' shit. Okay. Requirements that a woman have short hair or tight disciplined bun. Yeah. The bun pushed her helmet forward over her eyes, she said, so that when you got down in a fighting position, you couldn't see. Well, here's the thing. Move your bun down lower on the back of your head, and you might not have that problem. Or cut your hair short. Those are your two options in the military. You don't like it? Fucking don't join, okay? Or don't re-up. If you don't want to conform to the standards that are required of you, you shouldn't be there. But see, Biden is lowering those damn standards. I mean, this is seriously stupid shit. It wasn't just that myself and my traditions weren't reflected in what it means to be a soldier, Captain McFadden said in an interview from her home in Inglewood, California. It also just didn't work. Oh, bullshit. In a military increasingly dependent on women, and particularly black women, that's now changing. Oh, so this is about black oppression, obviously. The latest update to the Army's uniform and grooming regulations, which takes effect on Friday, offers several revisions that give 127,000 women serving in the Army and National Guard a chance to finally let their hair down, at least a bit. For the first time, women will be allowed to have buzz cuts. They were allowed to have very short hair, close to that, but whatever. I mean, my cousin Michelle was in the military. She had what amounted to just short of a buzz cut. But whatever. I've had other female cousins that were in the military, same deal, but whatever. Because it was just easier for them to do that. And they will be able to wear combinations of styles, such as locks pulled back in a ponytail, which for years were off limits. Yes, because dreadlocks are fucking filthy things. They should not be able to wear dreadlocks. That's complete horse shit. What are we, fucking having a Rastafarian army now? Give me a break. But anyway, moving on. The new rules allow short ponytails at all times and long ponytails in combat and in training when a bun might otherwise interfere with equipment. Oh, really? when a bun might interfere with equipment, excuse me, long hair getting in their faces, getting in the faces of their fellow soldiers when they're in close quarters, that isn't going to do, the same thing. That isn't going to cause problems. Excuse me? Are you really that retarded? Because one of the reasons why they had these requirements on hairstyles was for situations like that, so that someone's hair didn't get in their way or in the way of others, or I should say women didn't have their hair getting in the way, their way or the way of others. But hey, whatever. It's long overdue, Captain McFadden said of the change. It shows that the Army is recognizing we can be soldiers and still be ourselves, that being a soldier and a black woman is valid and valued. Well, they're not saying that you can't be a black woman, first off, okay? Second, you're not supposed to be an individual in the military. You're supposed to be a piece of fucking equipment, for lack of a better way of putting it, because I'm sorry, but you are, okay? Because you're not an individual. You're a piece of property to the military. That's how they see you. That's how when you sign up, you are looked at and treated. If you damage yourself, you are charged with damaging military property. So piss off on this individual crap. You are not there to be an individual. You are there to be a soldier. You are there to follow orders. You are not there to go, is my lipstick looking good? Oh, am I just looking that sexy in my uniform? You're not there to do that shit. So shut up. Because you are already there. You are already looked at as valid and valued. Piss off. But these are the hairstyles that they're talking about. I mean, that long ponytail, I'm not exactly, a fan of. I mean, you look at this, okay? A lot of the buns, okay, this right here, the hair's down towards the back. I mean, this whole thing, that's been an acceptable. I mean, this is ridiculous. She shouldn't be having cornrows or dreads or anything like that. That's bullshit. This is about conformity. This is not conforming. All right. This is cultural Marxist crap, weakening the institution of the military, because you are now catering to the individual when the military is about the individual being part of a whole. This is vile and disgusting, because this is just a foot in the door. Okay. They're going to use this to completely continue weakening the military. I mean, they're now making it so trannies and friggin' old people can join. But hey, whatever. The new regulations are tucked among reams of standards. But on the note of the whole trans thing joining the military, okay, they're mentally ill. There's no way they can pass a psych eval, but yet we're supposed to let them in. Just saying. I mean, by DSMV-4 standards, okay, they are. But DSMV-5 changed that. But hey, whatever. Anyway, the new regulations are tucked among reams of standards that stipulate everything from who can wear capes, officers only, to whether soldiers can stand with their hands in their pockets. No, of course, in brackets. Well, I could have told you that. You don't need that's common sense. While permitting ponytails may seem tepid in the freewheeling world of civilian fashion, for women in uniform, the changes offer not only welcome flexibility, but a growing sign that the Army is listening and slowly moving away from military standards that in the past generally let them serve only to the extent that they agreed to look and act like men. That was never what the standards were about, okay? Because if you look, okay, a female's uniform, okay, dress uniform, is very effeminate, okay? It's very female. It's very flattering, all right? This is complete cultural Marxist identity politics bullshit being pushed right here. This is complete bullshit, because women were never, okay, agreed to look or act like men with this. Male soldiers aren't allowed to have a bun on the back of their fucking head. But yeah, female soldiers are. That sure sounds like they're trying to force women to act and look like men, or that really sounds like it to me. When they're allowed a lot more leeway. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. This is all cultural Marxist bullshit. It's fake news trying to push the fact that cultural Marxism is weakening things like discipline in the military, because this is part of discipline. Conformity is part of the discipline thing. Do you think when you get rid of the conformity, do you think that you're going to end up with people that are more disciplined or less disciplined? Do you think you're going to have people that are more willing to follow orders or less willing to follow orders? If they're treated as an individual, do you think they're going to look at themselves as part of the unit, or do you think they're going to focus on themselves? These are all detriments to the military, but this is supposedly a good thing. This is ridiculous. Women will now be able to have highlights in their hair and wear conservative shades of lipstick and nail polish so long as they are not eccentric, exaggerated, or faddish. And they can wear stud earrings while not in field training or combat. Really? So basically, you're getting rid of all the things that make the military on the note of dress standards, at least for women. Gotcha. And the regulations for the first time include guidance on breastfeeding, allowing soldiers to wear a specifically designed nursing t-shirt under their camouflage coat, and authorizing women to unzip the uniform and, without using a cover, breastfeed anywhere the soldier and child are otherwise authorized to be. Now, that is complete bullshit. Okay? Yes, they have a right to feed their child, but they do not have a right to put that kid sucking on a tit in my face if I don't want to deal with it. That's complete horseshit. And what are they doing? All right? In the military, with their kids someplace where they'll be nursing in a military situation. That makes absolutely no sense. Feminazism at its finest. Now you'll be able to take your newborn into combat so you can best breastfeed it. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is the world we're coming to. The share of women in the military has grown steadily since World War II, though during the early years of integration, the all-male leadership kept women in token nursing and secretarial roles, often with their rank and pay capped. Families were considered a breach of regulations. Women who became pregnant in uniform were automatically discharged until 1972, when a young lawyer named Ruth Bader Ginsburg helped take the Defense Department to the Supreme Court. I'm not saying they can't have kids, but they can't take their kids to areas of the base, okay, like they're doing their fucking job and then whip a tit out and start breastfeeding. That's not cool. All right, they should be taking care of that they want to have a kid, okay, and they want to be in the military. You have to make certain sacrifices. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have both the way you want it, okay? If you want to have raising a kid a certain way, then get out of the military. It's really that simple. But if you want to be in the military and have a kid, there are certain things that should be set for standards, and you shouldn't be catered to because you don't like those standards, which is what's going on here. And they're trying to conflate this situation with what Ruth Bader Ginsburg did. It's such bullshit. Since the 1970s, the number of women in the Army has grown from about 2% to about 15% of the force. In recent years, they have integrated into nearly all combat units and promoted to senior leadership positions. Okay, and here's the thing. You know, you're talking about equality in the military and all this other shit. All right. The day they have 50% of the military is the day that we can say that we got equality going on. Because right now they got preferential treatment. They're a minority in the military, and you're saying that this is a good thing when men get the shit end of the stick. Well, but they're men, so they can deal with getting the shit end of the stick, right? You soy boy. Soy boy wrote this. I mean, I'm sorry, but this guy, Phillips or whatever his name, yeah, what's his name? Dave Phillips. Look at this fucking beta gamma soy boy with his beard here, this neck bearded shitbrick. Oh. I mean, this is ridiculous. Today, the once reluctant military is now actively seeking to make serving more attractive to women, said Kate Geronimo, a retired Marine Corps lieutenant colonel and former head of the Service Women's Action Network, an advocate group. An advocate for women in uniform, because leaders realize they cannot succeed without them. Oh, really? Military can't succeed without women. Okay, so is that why we lost every fucking war that we were involved in prior to women being put in combat roles? Oh, wait, no, we didn't. Okay, all right. We won World War I. We won World War II. Okay. Korea, draw. All right, Vietnam, yeah, we didn't exactly win, but women were there. They were in nursing positions and shit. Okay, War on Terror, we lost. Did we lose that? Oh no, that's right, because it was men in combat. Yeah, okay. Keep pushing fucking bullshit. Yeah, okay. The military can't survive without women, people. Okay, mind you, the U.S. military managed to kick the ass of like Hitler and let's say the U.S. military, because of numbers and strength and everything else, caused the Soviets to bend over and go, we give up. Yeah, okay. We did that without the aid of women, but whatever. All right. Yeah, We can't succeed without them. Yeah. Tell me another one. I guess we lost World War II because by their logic, we didn't have women there. We lost World War II. Oh, wait, the history books say otherwise. Screw you. This is ridiculous shit. It is a matter of national defense, Mr. Geronimo said. We just don't have enough male candidates to do the job. Oh, bullshit. The military has developed an especially outsized reliance on black women. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. Who, Mr. Geronimo noted, accounted for nearly a third of all women in the military, even though they make up only about 15% of the civilian female population. So they go in the military for opportunities, and because they don't want to conform to the military has to conform to them. That is some really stupid logic right there. Complete bullshit. Black women now serve in the military at a far higher rate than any other demographic group. Yes, because they're going in for the perks of being in the military, but whatever. The military offers a lot of opportunities for people we don't traditionally see as soldiers. They are taking advantage of that, Mr. Geronimo said, and it's slowly reshaping our image of what a soldier is. The most recent grooming changes were recommended by a panel of 10 black women, 4 white women, 1 Hispanic woman, 1 Hispanic man, and 1 black man drawn from both low and high-ranking soldiers. They sought input from medical experts who detailed how tight buns sometimes lead to hair loss, headaches, and other problems that affected soldiers' well-being and performance. Oh, so we have a freaking panel that was completely chosen by identity politics deciding this shit. Let that sink in, okay? This panel was chosen by identity politics. You had 10 black women. They make up 30% of the military, according to them. Yet they made up the majority of this group. 10 black women, 4 white women, 1 Hispanic woman, 1 Hispanic man, 1 black man. Not 1 fucking white man. Okay? They overpicked black women and didn't even have 1 white man when they make up the absolute fucking majority of the United States military. Not 1 white man was put on this panel. When they make up the majority, they're trying to make it sound like black women make up that 30%. No, white men make up the fucking majority of the United States friggin' military, okay? And they couldn't even put 1 white man on this panel. How is that even remotely friggin' legal? That violates, that's discrimination. That violates U.S. federal law. Identity politics was used in choosing this panel. I mean, this is complete horseshit. And they went to supposed medical experts about buns. Bullshit. This was rigged from the start to have this. When you friggin' stack the deck like that, this was rigged. Though the military in the past resisted accommodations for women, it now recognizes that people from all backgrounds need a voice in what it means to be a soldier. Michael A. Grinston, the Sergeant Major of the Army, said in an interview this week, "Oh, bullshit. Well, here's the thing. First off, they're there to do a friggin' job. They signed up for it, okay? They want to be a soldier. That's their prerogative. That doesn't mean they get to dictate what it means to be a soldier. That's not how it works, okay? It's do or die. You do what we tell you or you die. It isn't, we're going to bend over and cater to you because we don't want to upset you. Oh my God. When I started in the Army, the saying was, all I see is green, said Sergeant Major Grinston, who joined the Army as an artillery soldier in 1987 and holds the Army's most senior enlisted position. The saying was a way of expressing that regardless of sex, race, or background, the Army treated all soldiers the same. Yes, and it did. Recently, someone told me, when you say that, you don't see all of me, he said. Seeing everyone as identical kept him and other leaders from understanding the unique challenges and contributions to individuals, he said. That was really powerful. It's complete bullshit. It's identity politics bullshit. This has nothing to do with actual legitimate gripes or grievances or anything about that. It's about pushing cultural Marxism in the United States military. That's what this comes down to. Why do you think cultural Marxism, identity politics, was used to pick the panel that approved this shit? Put 2 and 2 together. Get 4. Okay? Don't use the leftist math and get 5 and go, this ain't right. This is complete horseshit. The Sergeant Major, a decorated combat veteran who last summer spoke candidly about his own struggles with growing up as the son of a white mother and a black father, has been an outspoken champion of inclusion initiatives. He said, a broader feeling of belonging makes soldiers perform better and ultimately makes the Army stronger. Oh, bullshit. So you want to make them feel like they belong, okay, by catering and pandering to their bullshit, to their individual bullshit. That makes a lot of friggin' sense. Okay, the military used to look at it this way. We're going to break them down. We're going to build them up. We're going to make them part of a group. We're going to make them part of a unit. And we're going to build the better soldier that way. Now it's catered to all the little idiosyncrasies. This is seriously retarded shit. We are going to become the laughing stock, okay, militarily. Okay, we're going to go from being the strongest military in the world to the fucking laughing stock of the world, militarily, with this type of shit. Pandering to individualism and shit like that. That's not what the military is about. I understand this. That's one reason why, besides the fact of, genetic issues with my back, all right, because I was going to go in the Army and I got precluded. I said it's probably a good thing. All right, I was about to go into the Army back in the day when I was 18. I was going to go in. But my back precluded me from going because of genetic issues. And I look at the fact, as a strong-willed individual, probably a good thing. I mean, I was looking at the fact of getting my college paid for, looking and going to law school, and they offered me become, military attorney, in the Army. Like, they wouldn't put it in writing. They were trying to scam me. That was another reason why I'm glad that I didn't go. Because I would have been, doing bullshit work probably because the recruiter was really shady. But you don't want the individual. You want someone who's going to be willing to conform to these standards because they understand, okay? But no, you're pandering towards these people that want to go, I'm special. You people are pathetic. Seriously. Oh, God. This doesn't make the Army stronger. I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're clueless, Sergeant Major. Our goal was to create a standard that everyone could see themselves in, he said while announcing the new grooming guidelines in a message on Twitter in January. Well, here's the thing. You want everyone to see themselves in a standard, okay, but you literally created multiple standards that they can adhere to. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. When asked if men's facial hair would be the next frontier, Sergeant Major Grinston laughed and said he received several comments every week from soldiers yearning for beards. Well, screw them. They're allowed to have them in combat, especially when they're doing like the idea of like the special forces were. The point of them not having them, in part, all right, the reason why they do these standards, and they don't want facial hair, and they want certain standards, they had certain standards, like no dreadlocks, okay, was fucking proper hygiene. Dreadlocks are dirty, nasty fucking things, but now they're okay in the military. Okay, facial hair, not exactly known as the most cleanly thing. Okay, that was another reason why they did it, was because of that fact, okay, for hygiene reasons. But hey, whatever. But anyway, the Army continually has authorized about 550 men to grow beards under religious exceptions, but all of the facial hair beyond mustaches is trimmed, tapered, and tidy. The Army currently has authorized 550 men to grow beards under religious exemptions, but all other facial hair beyond mustaches are trimmed, tapered, and tidy is forbidden. That makes no sense. Well, I get what they're trying to say, but, anything beyond a trimmed, tapered, and tidy mustache is forbidden. That's kind of how it should be. The Sergeant Major said beards will probably get serious consideration in the next round of updates. The Army is a learning organization, he added. Just because we've done something for the first 100 years doesn't mean we have to do it for the next 100 years. Well, when it's put in place for practical fucking reasons, you kind of do, you dumb shit. No offense, Sergeant Major, but you are a dumb shit for pushing the identity politics, cultural Marxist crap here. You are a dumb shit. This is ridiculous, okay? Because these standards were set up 100 years ago because of things like hygiene. They were set up on the fact of conformity. They were set up on the fact because you don't want any particular soldier to think they're fucking special because they're all there. They're all equal. They're all supposed to do a job. They're there to do or die. I mean, in an ideal world, they don't die. But the point is they're there to take orders and carry them out. And when you have someone thinking that they're special, that goes against that. And this whole hairdo bullshit is about having people think they're fucking special. It's ridiculous. This is total bullshit. This is the world we're coming to. Seriously. Okay. I mean, this is so sad. And they're now curating comments, okay? I'm surprised. Yeah, because some of these have been deleted and they were not like before this one, okay? This one from 7 hours ago. They are deleting comments because it's calling out the bullshit. All right? I'm surprised I left this one. All right? This is from 7 hours ago. Military is about discipline and conformity. What's next? No uniforms, torn jeans and tank tops, high heels instead of combat boots? Valid fucking point. That's the route that they're wanting to take this down, okay? About discipline and conformity. Well said. They're getting rid of the discipline and conformity because they're catering to whiny little children when they should be acting like a parent, I hate to say it, and going, shut up, do what you're told. But that's how the military should be run. Someone tells you to do something and you do it. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. Yeah, I'm leaving things here.
If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.